Assalamu alaikum and welcome everybody to the Halal Times YouTube channel. Today we brought to you another episode from the Halal Times, and I hope inshallah you will not only enjoy the discussion but you will also try to benefit out of it. So inshallah, let's get started. So the idea which we're going to present today is very important for a lot of Muslims all over the world, no matter what they do, no matter which sect of Islam they belong to, and of course it's beneficial a lot of Muslims, especially for those people who have some money to make an investment. So the topic of today's discussion is basically we're going to discuss 5 best halal investment ideas for the year 2022 and of course beyond as well. Do you want to increase your wealth in halal ways? Maybe you're just starting out as an investor and want to make sure you have a mix of both risky and safe options in your portfolio to start earning money quickly. Have you ever thought that the stocks you are putting your money into might be forbidden or haram in Islam? How can you avoid these haram investments while still earning a lot of money? Of course, we got tons of questions regarding the possibilities which we might have as halal investment opportunities. As a principle, all of your financial dealings and investments must be in accordance with Sharia law. But you know what? It may seem overwhelming for most people to evaluate each investment for social responsibility, ethics, and conformity with Islamic principles. There are companies, of course, we have mentioned somewhere else in our website that there are companies that could help you assess stocks which are completely Sharia compliant. So you got to have a better understanding of what those companies are and what halal stock options do they offer. Of course, I hope if you are interested, please leave a comment below and we can have a detailed discussion about those companies and the halal stocks which you might be interested in. We will be waiting for your comments so that we can start gathering the data and the information required to make that kind of episode as well. You know, having a good opportunity, good understanding of what halal stock these companies offer will certainly help. But what if you want to go on your own and still want to have halal investments? In today's episode, we'll discuss the top 5 halal investments for the financial year 2022 and beyond. So let's get started about those halal investment ideas which you could take advantage of. The very first halal investment idea which is coming to my mind is basically related to real estate halal investment. Investment in real estate has been popular from times immemorial, as all of you might know. Real estate investment has been massive business for a lot of centuries. It provides a stable source of income and the security of owning a property. The basic concept in the real estate investment is to acquire a rental property and collect rent from occupants. Real estate typically yields 6 to 8% annually, but can occasionally reach 10% or even more than that. But there is a caveat which you got to be aware of before you start taking this halal investment opportunity. You know, tenant issues are a common complaint from landlords who have investment properties. They are repairs for which you are legally accountable. And those kind of issues might completely wipe out your profits if you are not diligent. So please think twice before making any investment in real estate properties. Of course, you will be able to earn a lot of money if you are diligent, if you take a good understanding, if you have a good understanding of which properties you should buy and which ones you should avoid at all costs. The second halal business idea which comes to my mind is basically stock market. The stock market is widely considered a top choice for long-term investments. You could choose between 2 major categories of stock market investments. The first option which you could choose from is basically to buy stock in firms of your choosing, and of course you got to make sure that you choose the ones which offer halal stocks only. Secondly, you can put your money into funds. where professional money managers will do the investing for you in a portfolio of companies, not just one company, but basically, of course, after advising you, they will select a list of companies, a portfolio of companies where you could invest your money. And of course, these companies will be halal. The most important thing to remember when buying shares is to research whether or not the company is Sharia compliant. To make sure they only invest in halal companies, fund managers would actively seek them out. So you see companies like Johnson and Johnson, Adobe, Salesforce, Pfizer, Intel Corporation, Canon, and many other publicly listed companies are all halal. So you can buy stock from any or all of these companies without thinking much. The third idea which we could discuss regarding halal investment opportunities is gold, which is a safe, of course, all of you know that. It's a safe and reliable investment. It's always a good choice. Due to its stable value and physical nature, gold has been a popular investment option for ages. Gold exchange traded funds can be traded on most major exchanges. Gold and other precious metals can be invested in a halal manner through Wahid Invest or Wealth Simple. Of course, there are so many other companies as well. If you are interested, we could have a detailed discussion about those companies, or we could interview those people and discuss the detailed halal investing opportunities and strategies which they offer to their potential customers. The fourth halal investment opportunity idea which comes to our mind is basically halal cash. What is it? That you put your halal cash into Islamic banking, and it could be an excellent approach to make sure your money management is in line with Islamic principles. Islamic banking, as opposed to conventional banks, will keep the money with them, but they will not pay you interest because it's simply forbidden in Islam. Instead, you can become a partner in profit and loss sharing. Whatever investment they make on your behalf, of course, you could become an owner, you could become a partner for the investment, for the halal cash which you have made with them. But one thing you got to understand, there is no guarantee that your halal cash investment will provide a specific rate of return, as there could be losses as well. So your returns may fluctuate because assets are handled in accordance with Sharia rules, and Sharia does not allow taking interest from any investment which you make. Your willingness to accept the possibility of temporary loss or gain is halal. Money in a bank account cannot earn interest, since doing so would violate the fundamental Sharia law. The last but not the least, of course, is an investment idea which not many of us have thought about up until now. It is investing in halal startups. For investors seeking high potential returns with high risk, nothing beats a startup. There are numerous examples of investors reaping rewards from wagers made on up and coming companies like Uber and Tesla. If your investment does not succeed in a halal startup, you stand to lose a significant amount of money. Putting your money into something you are enthusiastic about is a great place to begin with, but you got to make sure that you are investing in those startups only which are promising, which can give you a lot of return for the money which you invest in these halal startups. There is one caveat which you got to remember before making any investment decision in halal startups. The one is that if you don't have so much investment budget, then you should avoid this choice. If this startup goes bankrupt, all your money will be wiped out and you will not be able to get anything. So you got to make sure that you invest only that amount of money which you can forget about if there is some problem, if there is a major issue with that startup. At the end of the day, we would say that halal investment opportunities are available, and there are abundant opportunities. A Muslim investor can choose from a wide variety of options that adhere to their religious and ethical values. which of the top halal investment opportunities for the year 2022 will you take advantage of? Of course, it all depends on you. As a prudent investor, you may want to diversify your investments so that you don't have to incur huge losses if something unexpected happens to your investments, so that you may rest easy knowing that your investments are contributing to a better world. You may easily sort and filter your choices to find the best ones for you. So happy halal investing rather to you, and inshallah we will present another episode from the Halal Times in the next few days. Thank you so much and salam alaikum.